Hi everybody, we're at IMEX, last day of the show. We're the virtual events group, looking at how all events, live, hybrid, metaverse, Marriott, wherever they are, will continue to tech up and continue to be more intentional and data focused. And we are so lucky today because we have an industry watcher and active member of this industry who's actually been leading the tech tours around IMEX. Michelle Bruno is with Dahlia Plus Agency. And Dahlia Plus, well, why don't you tell us what Dahlia Plus does? Because they do everything.
Yeah, we do a lot of things, but primarily we're a strategic marketing agency for that, and we specialize in the event space.
And you do have a new product of your own out of the Dahlia Plus Agency, right?
We do. Which product would that be?
The Get Smart About Events.
No, okay. We did recently launch an educational program called Launch Shift Go, and we taught event technology companies how to market, how to go to market. And it was a very successful sprint.
And so talk to me a little bit about that. Do you feel like
Yeah.
event companies don't know how to go to market?
I don't think a lot of companies in general know how to go to market, which going to market for us means, crafting messages for the right people at the right time. And it's often very difficult, especially now, because a lot of both of those sides are shifting.
And
The
it's not the
buyers,
same market you used
it
to
is
be.
not. After COVID, when we came out of it, different people were buyers, and the types of products that were available had also evolved, from, for example, regular event management platforms turned into virtual event management platforms, and mobile apps became virtual, and matchmaking apps became virtual. So, yeah, everything has really changed. So now, really, the task is to match make. It's like we're connectors.
Yeah.
We get the right companies talking to the right people.
And they're all a little confused. And you and I had a quick conversation yesterday. We are in the tech corner of IMEX. So we're
Yes.
not part of the destinations really.
Right.
And you have one virtual platform or events platform after another. And we commented,
Correct.
how are people supposed to tell the difference?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you your opinion.
In many ways, there aren't differences, but what I suggest to people, there are a couple of things that they need to look at. First of all, look at the origin story. If this particular company came from a mobile app, they will probably be strong in or have a mobile aesthetic or a mobile sensibility. And so if that's something that is, appealing to you, then maybe they would have at least a differentiation from, another company. If they started out as a matchmaking application, they'll be strong in that. And if that's something that, you really gravitate toward as a buyer, then that's something that might, resonate with you. So I look at origin story. Obviously, price point is a lot of things, and there are some really good platforms out there, as you know, that are at a very good price point, and they actually do a better job than some of the big guys, and they'll pay more attention to you, but they don't have the marketing dollars. So if you dig a little bit deeper and vet them appropriately, then you'll find some kind of good value. And the other thing is, are they just software, or do they have the production back end? That's extremely important, and it often doesn't come out in marketing materials. So you sign up thinking, oh, they're going to do the whole thing and I can just sit back.
Yeah.
And then you find out, no, they just give you the software, and then they're just like, have at it. And they do have customer support, and they do, have project managers, and they will talk you through it, but there's actually a production end that has to happen. The feed has to come in from somewhere.
And
the
that
production
bar,
values have to come in from somewhere.
And that bar is getting higher and higher.
It is.
I
It
looked
is.
at Brown Live stuff the other day, and it's like TV.
Yeah,
I mean,
it should be. It should be.
It should be.
Yes.
That has a price tag. So
Yes.
and I think that the companies that are here. So there's been consolidation.
Yes.
We looked at Stova here, who's now the amalgamation of 3 different companies.
Right.
We're seeing community brands and Pathable. Yeah, we're seeing alliances made and formed, and there will be, I don't know, what do you say, 50% of the companies maybe in a different form next year?
Yeah, it could be that. One thing that I do think about a lot and what I do worry about and counsel our clients about is acquisitions uh, bring across another problem, because if the code for the software is, if it's, Frankenstein together, then the promise of a smooth integration, of smooth flow of data, smooth flow of access, and all of that never really comes to fruition. So you have to be very careful, even though it's three excellent companies. Stova is a prime example. Um, you have to really dig a little bit deeper and maybe bring your tech team in to really look as much as you can at how are they integrating, how is the data
Yeah.
flowing, is it a bunch of code all matched together, are you going to have a
Yeah.
smooth experience? Even some of the big players who, instead of growing organically, community brands is another example. You have to look at who did they buy, how will they integrate, and go a layer deeper. I think
Yeah.
that's really going to be important, and it's sometimes beyond the buyer's
It,
acumen.
it is.
Bring in your tech team and really
Yeah.
look deeper,
Or go out
before
for
you
third.
make a big dollar decision on
Absolutely.
some of these.
I think this is the year of tech stack integration.
Yes. Yes.
And it is a really tough problem to solve gracefully, in any show. Your badging of attendees is different than your speaker registration.
Right.
It all needs to come together into a dashboard.
Yes.
And then on the flip side, nobody's people are changing their behavior of why they go to a show. But they're
Yes.
going with more intention, I think. Do you think so?
Oh, I don't know. You're talking about sort of attendee experiences and, why people even fundamentally attend events. And personally, I think a lot of it is habit. It's
Yes.
habitual behavior. And what they come for isn't always what they get. So a lot of times they're coming to, just engage with other people and find out that once they get there, they have to jump through a lot of different hoops, when really what they wanted was to, re-engage on a personal level, but instead they're having to go down aisles and do lots of different things. So I don't know. I think we're all questioning, really the value of events, as we should, as we progress with technology, and I think that's really a good thing, really, in the end.
It is. It is. And there are technologies that can at least purport to tell you, here's what I think you're interested in. Some of
Yeah.
the AI that's
Yeah.
coming out in terms of matchmaking skills, I think to me is really exciting. Serendipity is great, but it doesn't pay the bills all the time. So I think, um, so so you've also been here. You wear so many different hats, leading the tech tour. It's actually
Yes.
taking groups of people visiting IMEX out to see the tech.
Right.
Tell me what's been their reaction?
So most of them have, when it's specific companies that are given to us that wanted to participate. The attendees on the tech tour are sort of like, it's not necessarily a good match for them. Let's just say that. They look at the platforms with interest, and they listen to the explanation from the different sales reps and stuff like that. But usually after it's all over, they go, okay, now we also want to see the really cool stuff. We want to be surprised. We want to
Right.
not just see 5 companies that do the same thing. So then, for anybody that wants to stay around, I take them on what I think are the cool things. What I've observed are really interesting uses of technology. What's really purposeful, and also, like a DMC doesn't want to see the same thing that an event that a meeting planner does.
Absolutely.
So we try and match just with human beings. What do you want to see, and then we also try and think about what, looking at what they are. If they're a DMC, we try and then ideate around what we think that they would be interested in, and often that's more fruitful for them
And do they know
than
what?
just. Do they know what they want to see? No,
No, they
no.
don't.
But we try and strategize
Right.
around what we think would be interesting for them, because we've been DMCs or we've been meeting planners. So yeah, it's a lot of, AI can't do that. We wish we
Not,
could.
not,
AI
not yet,
can't
or it
do
gets
what.
it really wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know you and I have also had a conversation about metaverse, do we just like skip all this stuff and go right there?
Yeah.
And what is that going to be like? Is an NFT going to be our ticket into an event? So, so we're, let's just say we're here a year from now,
Yeah.
or 2 years from now.
Yeah. I think we're still probably going to be in the same space because this industry doesn't evolve that fast. And I'm projecting when I say that I wish we would skip over the stuff we have now and go straight to the metaverse because I think it's much more compelling. Immersive experiences are just, they're easy to digest. The brain likes them. You can do things that you can't do in person. You can be places that you can't be in person. And I'm not talking about all the sort of trappings of avatars and things like that, but really being truly immersive in the sense that you know what the people want and the information they want to consume and doing it in a more creative and palatable way. I think we should just kind of leapfrog over the platforms that are just glorified webinars and get right to the really good, you know,
Yeah.
good stuff.
It's funny. I go back and forth so much. I mean, to me, the pandemic actually taught me, even in a Zoom window, more empathy for people who worked with me, for people I talked to. I saw them, as I like to say, in their natural habitats, not in their
Yeah.
business suits, away from their life. And
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever go back to being those two separate persona again.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, it is a blend. Work is life right now. But answer me this question. If you put I don't want to say Zoom call, but if you just had a standard webinar experience on one side and more of a metaverse experience, content being pretty much the same, what would you choose? I mean, if the price point was there for a metaverse experience, for more of a virtual immersive experience versus that sort of flat 2D thing, what would you choose? I would go immersive, and I think I would learn better, but that's me.
There are some friction points I think we have to get past. Right now, just even navigating, like not falling into a wall or walking through a person,
Yeah.
proximity audio, all of a sudden it's gone and I can't hear the person. There's
Yeah.
so many hurdles we have to go through to make the metaverse a comfortable place where people, I totally agree,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But right now, give me a good video call. And there are times I really do want to see you, Michelle, dressed as a unicorn and with gossamer wings. And then there are times I just
Yeah.
want to see you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm finding the metaverse great for entertainment, after parties, fun, excitement. But I'm finding video and webinars and video conferencing still better as when you can't be together.
Yeah, I would agree to a certain extent. I think that education really now has to be edutainment. There has to be a blend. It can't just be,
But didn't it
same old,
always?
same old.
It sort of always was, you know. I was somebody mentioned it at a seminar I was at yesterday.
Yeah.
When you went to Comic Con, you went to 6 booths and you got a pin, and when you got all your pins, you got a prize. I
Yeah.
mean, we've always incentivized
Yes.
people to do the things we want. NFTs will be the natural
Yes.
extension.
Yes. Or just, points or, yeah,
We
virtual
love that stuff.
prizes. People will do, I've been to events, as you have probably, where, if you just do one small little task, like hand them your virtual business card, you all of a sudden start to accumulate points or,
Good for a cup of
stuff.
coffee.
Yeah, or whatever that, yeah, you can spend, or
I am
coins.
And that's, to your point,
Yeah.
human behavior. I mean, we have changed since the pandemic, but human behavior doesn't change.
No.
We like being together.
Yes.
We like games.
Yep.
We like being
We like
incentivized.
rewards.
We love rewards. I mean, look at the whole
Yes.
retail industry is
Yeah.
based on rewards. And it's funny because the event industry was slow to catch on to that. They just
Yeah.
expected stuff would happen. And I think the rewards are such an intrinsic part.
Yeah.
If I visit 17 destinations here,
Yeah, and I think part of the reason why we're slow to catch on is because we have this 2D experience. Nothing is really animated. I mean, the most animation is like a guy with a laptop giving you a demo. You know, we need to be, the booth experience needs to be more animated and immersive so that we can graduate into that demand for immersion.
Yeah.
You know, we have to like live it. It's a lived
You're right.
experience.
And it doesn't have to be hugely expensive, but it has to be
Yeah.
creative. And
Yes.
that's where I think people say, "Oh my God, immersion! It's going to cost me a fortune."
Yeah.
And it really doesn't need to be. I mean,
Yeah.
it can be a simple quiz. There's actually, were you over with the neurodiversity people? Google and Marriott have done this.
No, I
experiment.
saw something different, but I wasn't doing that.
Sensory, you know,
Yeah.
talking about having events that appeal to people who may not want the full-on flashing lights
Right.
and maybe ADD and need a fidget tool.
Right.
I think this generation is really cognizant of personal differences.
Yeah.
We were like, put on my suit and I got to go there for 3 days.
Yeah, but we didn't like it.
No.
You know, we did a lot of things that we didn't like because we had to, or it was expected, and the next generations aren't in that mindset. They're like, they want to do the things that they really like, that really work for them, and more power to them. I think they're going to move us all forward because it really should be about, you know, what makes you an effective human, what makes you an professional, and we just bypassed that.
No, we did.
It's like we just did it whether it was effective or not. We just put our head to the, you know, into it.
You know, one of the things I'm seeing here, sticking out my face, sustainability,
Yes.
meditation and wellness.
Yes.
We did not have these.
No.
And so I'm kind of proud of that. And I could talk to you all day, but if I've forgotten to ask you something really important.
Yes.
Okay. I figured I would have.
No, what? Like what?
Have I forgotten to ask you?
Oh.
Like
No,
the
I don't
most
think
burning
so.
question on your mind. Because I have to tell you, Michelle knows so much about this industry and strategy and human behavior and what makes things tick. So do check out Dahlia Plus Agency. Check out the classes.
Yes.
And I hope we sit right back in the seats next year and talk about what happens next.
Absolutely. It's a deal. Thank you.